Hello, this is Skull Crochet 1 and this is bordeaux to the top. Right, squad introduction, I don't really care enough about. I was offered the full job. Obviously this is with bordeaux, I had the summer season. Let's begin. Blah, tactic. To be fair, I want to be able to control games is I think the priority. I think that would be a good formation. Will not change much. Again, in possession will probably be this, and out of possession I leave them there, but I will not decide on thing. Now let's look at these players. Alright, so card ability. Right. What's it say? So it said he's a good national and he could be potentially a good League 2 keeper. Obviously there's a couple of good stats I like. Keepers with a high agility. He's decent handling, decent one-on-ones, reflexes and rushing out tendency is maybe something, but I don't think I can complain. Too much. Well, let's look at the second keeper. Right. He's obviously 27. I think he is going to be my keeper. What's it saying here? He's a decent League 2 keeper, right? So there might be a potential ability he might want to leave, but unless he comes out and says he wants to leave, I think he is going to be my number one. Now my fullbacks. There's no one else down here. Right. So I'll start with Depp. Right, so he probably will definitely not be a right back. What about him? Right. Good mark, good passing, good tackling. He can dribble, he can cross. He's a good work rate, good positioning, good determination. The problem is his age. He's not that fast, which ideally is not great. Now again, he looks like he's going to be a centre back for me. I'm just looking obviously at the right back. Now, he is probably going to be my main right back for this season. I haven't looked at the transfer market, I haven't done anything. Now my left wing back. So I look here. So, right, again, he doesn't look that great, but I don't know what to expect of these players. He doesn't have the age. Now again, he has a bit of potential to grow. But let's see with him. 31. Yeah. So I think that there is going to be them three players. Realistically. So let's look. By centre backs. He's 28. 6 foot. He has a wee bit of pace. At the minute, I reckon he's going to be a centre back for me. Set 25, 6'1". What's his trade? He runs down the right with the ball, is not ideally, but again, you can't really tackle. Traore. Again, good, decent, and I last up 23. I don't think he will move much better than this, so I think it was CC I was going to put in. Yeah, well, that'll actually like that. Now look, let's look at my right winger, because I think the right winger is going to be easier than. So he's more for the left winger. He's decent speed, I will say. He's decent, he's decent. He could potentially be there. Right. Let's see. He's more, looks like a number 10. Alright, let's look at my left wingers. You seem to be more of a right fucking winger. Well, we'll see what happens. You 32, 5'9", 25. To be fair, I think he's more likely going to be my first choice. Let's see my out and out strikers. You're 5'11", you have good finishing, you're fast enough. Obviously, this is going to be a poacher, so I think he'd be a brilliant poacher because he can dribble, he can finish. Now his first touch isn't great, which we have to remember we're in the 3rd league, but he's decent everywhere else. So 6'5". I think I'm going to play him as a target forward. Now, Abuba, 27. I think Abuba will be in one of these roles. Is that the Bakayoko I'm thinking of? Yes. So, at the minute, I'm going to assume he's going to be here. Now, obviously, that can change. Right, you're definitely not going to be a starter anyway. So the right wing comes down to these 4. You're more of a left winger, but I think what I've seen so far, you're probably my best. So that is probably my main starting lineup so far. Right, you say, oh, recruit, I will not be saying, this is a more of a, I have to be smart with saying, because we have 10 million in the bank, we have no loans, I want to keep it to where we're healthy, right? If I do say, where do I want to improve the most? It probably has to be the midfield. I want to get a young, energetic midfielder in. So, again, I do. Right, bang. That's okay. DM, bang. Right. We'll see what's opting. Now here's a guy. He's young. Now I don't know how much potential, but you know what we'll do? We'll do this. Anyone that has young and potential, run it again. He's youngish. We can see. Obviously, not here's going to be guaranteed. Right, so if I do scouted players, there's nothing really here to go by. But let's look, see that we have anyone here to keep an eye on. Again, a striker. 21 probably isn't going to reach this. Let's look at under 19s. Right, here is where we can see. So a wing back, let's see. He's going to need to improve a lot. all these are. So let's look at the club vision. Finished mid-table is supporters. Right, my contract will expire. Top half, work towards. So in 5 years they want, in 4 years they want me to reach playoffs and continue. Right, let's look at the media predicting us 11th, which is not the worst, I will say, if we can achieve our mid-table goals. I think. Now, obviously, let me tell. I will go to my staff and I will be straight. I will show you everything I do. My set piece, delegate. Now, I will probably try to get a set piece coach if the club lets me. Friendlies, I don't care about friendlies. Tactics, give opposition targets, yeah. Training, I trust my assistant manager with that. Media, I'm not going to do media, unfortunately. But, so, now if I go back to staff, let's go and look for a set piece coach. Now, obviously, this is how I will so he's good, reasonable, so I think obviously it's going to be him. I try to get it as a set piece coach, which there's no arguments over. But we'll see what happens. Pre-season starts here. So it does. Obviously our target is to get back into the top league, get bordeaux to where they should be. If you don't know the story behind bordeaux, they were in the top league, they declared bankruptcy, so they did, and yeah, they got forced to be put down. My obviously target is to make them the powerhouse they once were, and hopefully, well, I said that my contract expires in 3 years, hopefully I don't get sacked. This is a fun save for YouTube. And again, subscribe, like the video if you like it, hopefully. I will attempt to be doing, it will be a weekly episode, maybe every 2 weeks depending when I get the free time. So yeah. So again, I've got my set piece coach. So what I will be doing is, I declare I don't need to know these, is go back to my staff. I'm going here, going back to set piece coach. Now this all should be my set piece coach. That's his job. I don't hire a set piece coach if I was going to do the set pieces. I think that's the whole point of a set piece coach, is to come in. Obviously this is the World Cup season. We can obviously see France won this game, they won that game, they're obviously into the next round. I don't know what round it is. Well, I assume we'll ask the assistant. We will do all this, carry on, meet the players. I will meet the players now, hopefully. I just do that, hopefully the players don't get mad. Auto select. Bring as much players as I can. Now again, expectations. I think we're good enough to finish mid-table, and that's where we should start. If things go differently, then we can adjust our plans. I think that's a good brilliant. excellent. I have nothing else. That is the thing, I have nothing else. Again, I'm not relying on that our goalkeeper to stay. I'm going to do the transfer window here, and then I'm going to show you the whole transfer window in one thing. Again, we have a whole month to go. Again, I'll probably end it here. I'll always go up to the first game, and then I will maybe do to here, these 3-4 games, and then I'll come back and I'll show you maybe these 3 games. And then maybe again I might say, right, these next 2-3. So yes, you're not going to see every game, but you will always be updated on what team I'll be using. If I change my tactic, I will show on camera what I've changed. My target is to bring them up. If I get sacked, it's nothing I can do. I'm just hoping I can do well. And that is my main goal in this. And if this goes well, this is my 6'5" striker. Let's see now, he might not come into negotiations. We'll remove any promises. We'll try to get him to stick in the same contract. We'll try to say 11,000 agent fee, I don't mind. We'll do 10% here. I don't mind giving you 500 here, 350 and 150. Maybe, I don't mind doing that. But he's happy. Obviously, I'm going to have to be strict with finances. He's not going to be here for the whole save, more than likely. He's good. I think he'd be a good target forward. He can head the ball. He has good jumping reach. He's 6'5". Everything you want in a target forward, in my eyes. So, we'll see what happens. Now, again, this is probably a player I want to keep for at least another season or 2. We'll remove promises. I don't like promising players stuff unless I physically have to. Again, we'll try this. We'll try to give him 12k. We'll try to give him 10%. Again, 500, 350, and 150. Right. So can we go 15% here? Go to 1.7. We'll go back to 12 and give you 5. Success. So I think if I do this and this and this, he might accept. Ideally, 20% is the most I'll go here. I'm going to lock that. What about 1.8? Meet in the middle, yeah. So again, he's going probably, my target is a season or 2 before I replace him fully. You're going to see probably cut. Now, again, he has potential. The thing is, how much better. He is 21. He's playing off a 1.5 star at this team. He doesn't have the worst stats. Let's enter negotiations. Let's see what he wants. He's looking at. Let's go down to 200. I don't mind giving him 400 for loyalty. I don't mind giving him 100 for appearance. Don't mind giving him 50. Let's see. Yeah. It's not worth costing us much. I don't think he will develop into the player I ideally want. And again, decent pace, decent flair. Again, a player that I'd want to maybe keep for a season or 2. Remove thing, negotiate contract. What's he on? 1k. let's try to get you down a wee bit to here. Yearly increase, no, I'm not having that. I'll give you 10%. Again, I'll just do this because I think this here's going to be faster. Again, I don't mind giving you 350. I don't mind giving you 150 here. I don't mind. Look, here, if you can get 15 assists, you can have 12k. Relegation is 140. That's alright. Right, again, I'm going to remove that. I'm going to give you 15 at most. And you know what? I push this up to 15. And take 1.5 and take 12. I think I'm being very generous with that offer. Now 15, I'm going to not negotiate, get that, remove this one from the thing. I give you 1.6 and 12.5. No, that's all I'm going. Now, obviously, I could replace him. That's obviously, I'm ideally not looking to replace a lot of players this season. I want to see what they can be made of. Again, the physicals need to work on a lot. We'll see what it says. But good Nations 2 player, potentially national standard. Set for release. I don't mind losing an odd player, because at the end of the day we have to be smart with who we want to keep. Again, don't mind losing that player. Like these here, jump rate's good, but I'm being realistic on the future also. Again, probably not going to be in my plans to use 2-star. He's 19. I don't mind, because I think he could be a good rotation this season, potentially. 200, we'll do that, we'll give you that. Again, I don't mind giving you 100. I don't mind giving you 50. I don't mind giving you 50. I think, as a generous offer, I don't think he's going to be playing a lot, but we don't know. We might get injuries, we might get. I'll apply the recommendation. Apply the recommendation. Now, let's see, is there any, don't think he will come, but it's always worth to say here. No. Do you want to help us rebuild? Thomas Munier, don't think will come. Ask his agent. No interest. I don't expect any of these wanting to come, so do not think I'm doing this thing, but I'm looking at realistically approach. No interest. Not a surprise. Now he's 23. He might say, yep, no, under no circumstances. So like realistically, none of these are going to come. I'm not surprised. I expected that. So I did. Now, I wonder, is there any signings I could potentially do? I'll take the minimum, maybe 7th round. No, I'll take the minimum so there's less expectation. Now, let's go to player base. Let's go to edit. Let's see who's on the loan list. Where's loan? Right. Oh, here. Listed. Right. Let's see. Let's see who's on the load list for the top teams. Monaco. Let's see. No. Let's try and get him on loan. Make the offer. Right. That'll be a good potential signing on loan if he comes. So it will. Yeah, I will probably advance till France are out of the World Cup. They won 4-2. So yeah, I don't know how good I am going to be at this series, but I'll just select youth. As I said, I don't want to make one whole fucking new team in a season. That's not my plan. My plan is to keep this club healthy and strong and financial, to where when we're in the top league we are financially secure, where we don't have to sell all our players. Now, I don't really care about that. Now, that does not mean, so we're going to have to buy players to sell for profit. We're going to have to use our youth to sell. We're going to have to do the stuff relatively what you call a smaller club has to do to survive until we get into that maybe European football. European football comes around, we might be able to keep our players a wee bit more because our reputation will be higher. We'll have money, more money coming in from the competition. Now, France won again. They play Italy. I assume this is the semi-final of a World Cup. This does not mean we will be successful. I'm trying to save, trying to see new things. And again, it's one of those. Now, I do stream on Twitch. I do a different completely straight save on Twitch. I will post my Discord server in the comments for you to join, so when you know I'm on Twitch you can always hop in and chat. This is just me exploring options and see what happens. Again, as I did say, so how much money do we get from this deal? 25k, which is probably not a bad amount. Again, I think we've got the player on loan. John Patrick will be superb signing. A good. See, maybe I do try to sign him. I am Irish, so that there's coming. I give you 2k success. I kind of want to sign players so I can make a profit. I give you 5%, which that's the main thing. So that is that's another player I've obviously scouted. 16. Could improve a lot. Now he's going to be 1 million, 2 million is the question. Right, he doesn't have great stamina. He's 6 foot. He's fairly professional. He can recently play with both feet. I think maybe a little accept. We'll see what wage he wants. If he's interested in he might not be interested in joining us. But we have to take that risk. So we've got another 14k. And you say this isn't about making a lot of signings. He has no interest. He has no interest. Yeah. I thought that I might as well have tried. I think them two I could have definitely sold for profit, and that's what that end goal would have been. And France comes either third or fourth. Third. Yeah, obviously got beat by Italy in the semi-final. Season ticket. The board we have sold 8,620 season tickets. The board expect to sell another 2,800 in the following, up to 11,400. That's what the board is expecting from the fans, which might be realistic. And again, we don't know. I'm not good at editing. I probably won't edit videos unless I figure out how to. So like, what you see is what you're getting. You're getting pure natural reaction. Yeah. So I think I am going to leave it here. I'll probably come back maybe for one of these two. Maybe I come back for the 3 last games in each month. So like, I'll be here for them. I'll play this. I maybe play these two off camera. Well, I'll decide obviously, but I'm probably going to do these two off camera, because I think this is a good stopping point. This is me introducing the season, me coming in and showing the team the expectations of this season. But I don't think I'm going to make any signings until next summer or even in January. I'm going to do it. So please don't forget to subscribe. And always, I will leave my Discord in the comments or in the description below.